I've made the trip over the last, well, for 35 years. I've been going back and forth to Eastern Kentucky. So I tell everybody all the time, if you have any questions about anything between St. Louis and Louisville and beyond, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what gas station not to go to. So it's just I've had to do it so many times with the kids going to see my mom. So I know it way too well. So but you guys will have a great time. Just there's a lot of things to be aware of there. Mosquitoes is one. So, and if you get a chance, you can check out the Churchill Downs, one exit down.
Yep.
Also haunted, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They even do ghost tours in October because it's October. But it was haunted regardless that it was May when I went. So. Yeah,
I told the wife she was having reservations about going, and I told her, I said, well, I'm probably going to leave Friday, because there's a couple other spots I might want to check out. So one of them, I know it might be a little bit of a drive, but I want to check out Bobby Mackey's.
It is a little bit of a drive going up there, and make sure that you have cash, and make sure that you have it scheduled in advance. And you don't need a lot of time, and it's just as haunted during the day, and there's no need to be there overnight.
Yeah.
We have a lot of activity during the day. Yeah.
Just to see what it's all about. And the wife's like, well, just make sure you bring me back a T-shirt. And I'm like, I can definitely do that. So.
We were one of the last people to get to check out the Sedamsville Rectory before it closed up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's gone back to the church. You're no longer able to investigate it. But the house next door to it was pretty scary. There was actually a bed in there you could see where the person had died on the bed next door through the window.
Wow.
It was, the neighborhood was kind of scary, whereas the Sedamsville Rectory was. But that's only across the river from Bobby Mackey's. It was like 15 minutes away over in Cincinnati.
Really? Wow.
So, but yeah, we did that once. Went up to Bobby Mackey's, and we liked going during the day. It was pretty good. So
yeah. Interesting.
It is interesting. So, but there's also Bardstown, Kentucky, not too far, and that's a good place to go. So, and I'm not telling you that just because of the bourbon. I'm telling you that because there's a lot of haunted places there that you could check out just by walking in the front door.
Oh, wow.
So you could check that out. The 1792 Talbot Tavern. That right there tells you how old it is. 1792. I mean, that's pretty old.
Yeah,
especially because in our part of the country, we don't get to see stuff that old. Most everything is 1800s here.
Yep.
So, but we're going to be coming up on our first break here in about a minute. I don't want to miss that. So, I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
Let's see, what is your favorite piece of equipment? I figure you can answer that pretty within that amount of time.
My favorite piece, I would have to say I do like the Oculus. I'm very. That's one of my first things I'll probably grab is the Ovilus 3. Is my favorite piece of equipment. I have other things that I'll grab, but that's probably the very first one that I'll reach for.
Okay, and is the Ovilus 3 better than any of the other Ovuluses, or is that just the one that you have that you use?
I have the 5, but I have better luck with the 3 than I do with the 5.
Why
For some reason, I don't know. It's really, it's weird. Every place I go, I have more luck with that than I do with the 5, and I can lay them, almost side by side, and the 3 will come up with something first before the 5 will.
Well, who knows? Maybe the spirits like 3 before they like 5. Who knows?
Possible.
Well, you know what? We're at our break. everyone, you're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. We will be back in 3 minutes, I think. My brain is somewhere else, but we'll be back in 3 minutes. So you guys can run off, get a drink, and come back, and we'll see you then.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, Birmingham, Alabama.
Since 1948, Fate magazine has brought you reports of the strange and unknown, all of them true. Fate Radio is carrying on that tradition, bringing you the unusual, macabre, strange, and bizarre. Join host Kat Hobson Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Son of a...
Hey, son.
Mother...
Son? What are you doing?
Hey, Mom. I'm getting ready to listen to Periscope Uncensored.
By expanding your vocabulary.
Well, it is uncensored.
Son, the uncensored part of Periscope Uncensored is Jax and I getting down to brass tacks with all aspects of the paranormal. There's no fluff on our show.
So, no off-color commentary?
I didn't say that.
Awesome!
Son?
I just hit my head.
Oh boy. I'll go get you an ice pack. Catch Periscope Uncensored Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Oh, come on. I'm Southern, but... Nope. That'll do. Hello. I am Kat Hobson, host of Paranormal Experience here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. I enjoy having guests from all areas of the paranormal, from ghosts to ufology to cryptids and beyond. You'll find some of the best researchers in their fields bringing you some great information. Join me on Wednesday nights from 8 to 10 p. Eastern here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting. Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. The time is 23 minutes after the hour.
Welcome back to the Paranormal Pride. My guest tonight is Kurtis Miller from Edinburgh Manor. And Kurtis, what you were telling us a story about your daughter at the Manor. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody that story, because that'll get them more interested. Maybe get some questions rolling in their minds.
Sure. Well, my daughter, she's 8 years old. She will literally run around the manor and not think anything of it. But one day I actually had her with me at the manor itself, and she went off and towards the women's ward on the main floor. And if you walk all the way down the women's ward, you will literally almost walk right into like a female rec room or like a card room or whatever they used it for. But there was a balloon on the table, and she asked the spirits if they could move the balloon for her. Well, the balloon started moving, and the balloon actually didn't stay stationary moving. It actually moved in an entire circle. So she literally comes running and screaming for me, calling my name. Just like, Dad, you got to come here and take a look at this. So I basically go down there, take a look, and the balloon is actually still moving. And I asked her, did you ask them to move that balloon? And she's like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, you need to ask them to stop. And she asked them to stop, and the balloon actually stopped on a dime. And I just kind of grabbed her by the arm a little bit, and I said, well, you need to come with me for a little bit. And I said, chill out with me and stop, ask them to do parlor tricks. That's one thing that I do not like is asking, spirits, especially intelligent ones, to do, to me, dumb parlor tricks,
Yeah.
But yeah, she was really excited about that. And I mean, I've had balls roll before there, balloons move. I've actually had a domino thrown at me in the manor before. So I mean, it's different things that actually have moved. I've had doors shut on me, and going one location downstairs, you walk past and all the cabinet doors are shut. The next time you walk by and you're the only one in the building, a couple of cabinet doors are open.
Yeah.
So it's a very active place, and people ask me all the time, it's like, well, when is it active? I say it's active all the time. You just don't know when or where it's going to be. And I had a group that I actually let in for an overnight, and they were like, well, we're setting up cameras. Like, where's the best place to set up cameras? And I'm like, I can make a few suggestions, but I can't guarantee that you're going to catch anything in that area. So, to me, there's some rooms that are more active than others,
Mm-hmm.
but depending on if those spirits are actually going to be in that room, it's hard to say.
Right. And it could change based on who the person is and based on who how the person's acting. If you're acting like a big weenie, and they may not do anything for you. They may just sit in the closet and make fun of you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how this goes.
Yep.
I mean, I've been in very active locations and walking, and the spirits aren't doing anything because the people there have already ticked them off.
Yep.
They're intelligent enough to know that you're an idiot. Not you personally, but the people there are idiots. So, so you've been in Edinburgh a lot, to where it's basically it's your home haunt.
Yeah. And I mean, the spirits, which it's quite amazing. I'll use a spirit box, and I'll bounce around between the SB11 and the SB7, and I had I believe it was the SB7 I had this past weekend there, and they were giving a tour, and I had one of the owners actually help me out, and she was talking about some of the spirits and some of the activity, and we were actually in what we call the pool room, which actually has a pool table in it. And I had it on for maybe not even a minute. And all of a sudden I get a female voice coming across there. It sounded like a female being like super excited how they would see somebody for, the first time for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually said my name across there, and that's happened a couple times. So it was quite neat. I mean, all the people that were there's about 20 of them, just literally spun around, and they're like, that just happened. I'm like, yeah, it happens. And they're like, can you ask him another question? I said, sure, I can ask him anything, I asked him, I said, do you guys need anything? And a male voice came across, nope. So, I mean.
And that was it.
They
were gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. We've had that happen at the Belvoir Winery, where we asked the spirit, do you want to talk to us? And she said no, and she never came back.
Mm-hmm.
She said nope. And off she went. I was like, okay. Yep. And it was like, I guess she wasn't kidding. So there's not a lot you can do in that case.
And I mean, there's times that I'll walk in there, and I mean, they're super chatty, and the next time that's just, no puns intended, but it's quiet as a tomb. They just don't want to talk or really interact too much. You'll hear some things, but some days are more active than others, and it's kind of eerie.